Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Off the Trek's Hottest Women in Real Star Trek Part 2. It's going to be a good one. I've done a lot of research. I've only had to take one shower today, so it's going pretty good. And I cold shower, not like a cleanup shower or anything like that. But I think we're going to have a really good time tonight. We're going to look at what scant news there is first. But I'm going to introduce you by saying this, Greg. And no offense to anyone, please don't take it this way, but given the history, how dumb can you be to still live in New Orleans?
Yeah, well, hate to be like the victim blaming type, but yeah, that would not be an area that I would even remotely consider living in. I've visited there.
Good food.
Didn't think it was all that special. I mean, it was interesting, but I didn't think it was like, wow, this is worth risking,
Yeah.
Living below sea level.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah,
I feel for him. I really do, but it's like, golly, I would have been out of there if I had family. I would have gotten them the hell out of there. And it's not just there. There's a lot of places that I wouldn't ever live on purpose, if that makes sense. And that's one of the first ones. So only good thing is Mardi Gras. Well, that's not good for me because that's the last place I'd ever want to be. But I get what you're saying, Jack.
Yeah, I haven't been following the hurricane news, so I don't know.
My wife had it on. Anything. I walked by the TV and there's just floods everywhere, and I'm like,
Well, yeah, I mean, you're below sea level and you have a storm surge from a hurricane that happens like every time a hurricane hits there.
But I wonder if this time, like last time, like Farrakhan said, if the government and white supremacists, which are the same thing to him, are going to bomb the wall to let the floodwaters in, like he said, that happened in 2005.
Right? Yeah.
So, anyway,
well, I will say in pop culture, I mean, they were due, and I look forward to now every show that takes place or every movie that takes place in that state or in that city is now going to need to hand wring about the hurricanes.
Yeah, no shit.
I got so tired, and it's not like I'm cavalier about death or anything like that, but like I got so sick and tired of like every single fucking show or every like even sporting events. It was like Katrina this, Katrina that, Katrina that. I'm like,
yeah,
I think there should have been like since renaming sports teams is a thing now, they should have just renamed the Saints to the Katrinas because that's like all they ever fucking talk about.
Instead of calling those women Karens, call them Katrinas.
Call them Katrinas. Yeah,
the Katrina haircut.
And and again, like in the modern age, in our free country, like you can pick up and move relatively easy.
Yeah.
And even if you are in particularly low, if you're in a state of poverty, well, generally that means you have less to move as well. So yeah, I don't understand the mentality of choosing to live in a place that really offers, like, what does New Orleans offer? Just the culture. Well, just move and then bring the culture with you.
Right. Yeah, but people can't even get driver's licenses to vote, so how can they move?
Right.
So
yeah, that's right.
Let's see who's here. Ms. Martin Muse's Teresa is here first with her customary rose. The Mod Blake from Sydney, Australia. Welcome everyone. Hit the like. That's right. Hit the like and share the stream. I don't know who all's streaming tonight, but this is the place to be. Samuel, member in the house. And by the way, I'm starting to see, now that we're in the third month of memberships, I'm starting to see the little open airlock policy logo white on some of the original members, like E. Clay Thomason in the house. Mike says if we hear him snoring, it's him. This isn't going to be boring, man. Where you at? Jack of all casuals in the house. Again, he's got the white logo because he's been here 3 months. This is the 3rd month of memberships. We've got Galadorn, and I thought I saw Galadorn the second. Was I seeing things? Yeah, we do. Awesome. More than one account. Yeah, more viewership for me. One-man shows in the house. Timon from Brazil, and Timon is red because he forgot his credit card. He forgot to renew it back in June, so it's still catching up with you, buddy. You're not. You don't have the white logo, huh?
I'm just a lowly oranger.
Yeah, I know. But thanks for joining. I didn't even notice that because usually on my next stream it shows the most recent members. Well, it didn't do that with you. I happened to notice when I went to studio one day, and I'm like, oh, so I sent you that message, like, thanks. So I'm sorry I didn't see that earlier.
I wanted to be part of yours and Alora's membership stream. I wanted to watch it.
Oh, you just, it's one or the other. So
yeah,
I thought you were already a member of hers.
No, actually, I went and ended every single one of mine a while back.
Okay.
Because I was like, I don't really feel like.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Money,
yeah. Yeah.
But
Samuel is in the house. His aunt had it on in the living room. Couldn't stop watching. Yeah, I can't do it, man. Like I went through all that in 2005, watching all that, and it's like, I don't know. It's hard to sit through because you're wondering why. Like, why hasn't anything been done in 16 years? Again, you're below sea level, but look at the Netherlands. Look what they're doing with all their dikes. Keely Chow is in the house. What's going on? And I knew he'd be here for this, for this topic. You should see some of the stuff he posts in all the Facebook groups. Tim F, haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How's it going? Fuck Norris, top tier member in the house. Let's see what color Fuck is.
He's white.
I think he's red. He's white?
Is he red? Well, he's red. He's white on your thing.
Well, I mean, you got to look at the actual.
Yeah, he's red. He's red.
Okay, cool. Good evening, everyone. Thanks in advance for making a boring ass night. Oh, it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great. SPK 4000 member in the house. In today's news, a longtime University of Georgia professor resigned after a student in his class refused to wear her mask properly. Yeah, it's a cult religion, whatever you want to call it. Sentinel, they known as the Aints. Now that Drew Brees retired, they're bringing back the paper bags. And what is that song that they sing, Greg? That who dat?
Yeah.
Who gonna beat this dog or whatever it is? That's stupid. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I when I listen to their games, I find that who dat thing kind of annoying. So
back when you used to watch those games, anyway.
Yeah, I don't watch. I'm a full year NFL free.
Me too.
I watched on occasion if I was at somebody's place and it was on.
Oh sure, yeah.
But like to actually like sit down on a Sunday and watch what's going on. Like I live in Green Bay. I couldn't tell you. I think they played yesterday. Couldn't tell you who they played and what the score was. I have no idea if the defense is going to be any good. I just don't care.
That's my dog. Yeah, me too. I'm 1 year free of all sports. Like I said, I'm totally done. And all that bullshit after the summer of riots, all the virtue signaling and SEC forcing state of Mississippi to change their flag and all that. I'm like, nope, I'm totally done.
It's not. The cause head stuff has been kind of irritating me for a long time in the NFL, and again, I'm gonna preface this by saying like I'm gonna bring up specific things. It doesn't mean I'm against the causes, but in general, I dislike passionately quote unquote awareness campaigns because like who's not aware of breast cancer?
Yeah,
like are you living under a rock? Like breast cancer is a thing, like. I swear, like everybody knows somebody who has it in their like a family member or a friend or something that have gone through it, or their parents have gone through it, or whatever. Like you don't need to raise awareness. Just say what
Right.
you're doing. You're raising funds for research, and then tell me what percent of the funds are actually going to the research. I don't care if your shoelaces are fucking pink
And your socks
and your socks.
and
Like
tape
I
on every
find
single body part imaginable.
right. I
You
just
probably have
find
it
that to
around your
be
dick. I mean,
completely fucking vapid and useless.
yep.
And and like and they do other causes too, and not just. I mean, breast cancer is the one that stands out the most because it's the most uniform changes. You see on the field, and and then all these companies do it too. Like, oh, support breast cancer, buy pink pens. Like,
Yeah.
really? Like, how about I just like give money directly to any kind of charity that's funding this stuff and buy regular pens.
Well, and if I want something hot pink, I'm going to get Brett the Hitman Hart stuff anyway. So it's not going to be Susan G. Komen stuff.
Right.
John 42, wrenches in chat. Oh, yeah, wrenches. Yeah, I got it. Man, I'm slow tonight. And I didn't even drink today. And thanks for commenting on my video about L. Neil Smith passing away. Sad news. Not just because he's a libertarian science fiction author, but because he was a good guy and he had a family and he's gone now. So sad stuff. Corey Cochran, I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming by, man. I think that's everyone. If I missed you, then it was not intentional. So really quick here, let's look at a few pieces of Star Trek news. Not really much out there. Prodigy's bringing in sci-fi veterans to Prodigy, which means the guy on Fringe and some other weirdo, I don't know who he is, some younger guy. But here's a piece of news that I thought you would find interesting, Greg. Let me share my screen here. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Robert Beltran says he's returning to Star Trek and Prodigy. I thought you would love that.
What the fuck? Why is Chakotay Bin Laden back in the
Who says he's playing Chakotay, though? He's just saying he's returning.
Like, he's hated. He's gone public and said he fucking hated the role and he hated doing it. Like, okay, bring him back, sure.
I'm working on this voiceover animation thing that Kate is doing, okay? If it's not clear if you'll... okay, so they haven't made it clear if it's going to be Chakotay or not. So, anyway, who else isn't going to be, Well,
why bring him back then if you're not going to bring back his character in some form and it's just going to be some voice? Like some, like...
Sorry, I did
Star Trek... like, the Star Trek audience that they're aiming Prodigy at isn't going to probably even know who Chakotay is anyway, but like they're certainly not going to be like, oh, I recognize that voice.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're aiming this thing specifically at, young audiences that aren't
there it is.
exposed or are currently into Star Trek. I mean,
right.
That's the whole shtick. That's the whole gimmick. But yeah, hated his character on Voyager. Don't like the actor particularly. Just found him to be boring and terrible.
The whole show was boring, man. Like the whole damn show.
I really didn't like any of the characters.
I tried. Yeah.
Like and then the way they ended it is just so terrible.
Yep.
I'm like, wow.
Yep, it was. I had quit watching it by then, but someone recorded it and let me borrow it, and I couldn't even get through the finale. Like years later, I had read how it finished because I didn't even care at that point. But this thing, September 8th, is
if the entire internet has like a massive outage, it won't even affect this thing. So nobody's gonna fucking watch it anyway.
Well, yeah. So what it is, it's the 55th anniversary of, I guess, when The Cage aired. I didn't really look up which episode they're referring to, but if it's 1966, it has to be The Cage, right? Because that That wasn't
Yeah.
that wasn't before Where No Man Has Gone before. 66 wasn't. So point is, they're doing some kind of live stream, and here's what soils
Virtual
it for
con.
me. Yeah, virtual con, which is dumb as fuck anyway. Here's what soils it for me. When I look at this picture, it's like I kind of like this over here, but then hey, for Mulgrew and Stewart, let's use these images, right? And then
Right.
you've got them, and it's just not Star Trek for me. It ruins it.
Right. Is Shatner even going to be a part of this thing, or they just stick him on there for?
I'm surprised they have him in the fucking picture, to be honest,
Yeah,
because they've left him
they
off with some
removed him
stuff,
from that
or
one.
or
Yeah.
reduced him, kind of like they thinned him, is what I call it.
Yeah.
Like when Disney thins someone. That's kind of what they've done to him in the past. But yeah, I don't know. And they're going to have all kinds of announcements. I have like no excitement, no interest in this. Star Trek Prodigy, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Don't care about Discovery, Strange New Worlds. Don't even care about that. Lower Decks, hell no. Picard. And Roddenberry Legacy panel featuring conversation with his son. Alongside Gates McFadden, LeVar Burton, fuck him, George Takei, fuck him, and yeah, I just have no interest in
Don't
this.
see William Shatner's name in there.
Sirach Lofton's going to be there. Anthony Montgomery, Garrett Wang. Oh, can't wait to see Kim, George
Yeah.
and LeVar Burton. The least two guys I want to see right now from any series. Sorry.
LeVar Burton and George Takei. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right now, what they've done in the past
Yeah.
just 8 months, I have no reason to support those guys. But that's about, I mean, it's all a bunch of reviews on Lower Decks. No real news coming out. And you know what's amazing? I was in a bookstore and at the Star Trek books, and they have some based on the JJ Trek stuff. They have some that are kind of in the vein of the old novel series, just a TOS book here, a TNG book there, but they all just look fucking boring, and you never hear anything about them, like anything. Back even 10 years ago, they were a topic, like, right now in this mini series with this storyline, and there's a crossover event between the Voyager books and the TNG. Now it's like they're just nothing. It's all really vacuous and pointless, just like pretty much all new media right now. Nothing matters.
Yep.
And Star Trek novels, even though they weren't canon, and even though they didn't really jive with each other, there were some great novels that you could read. Now I flip through them, and it's garbage. I think the last good one I read that came out was about a decade ago, and it was called The Shocks of Adversity. And it was from a George Washington quote. And they meet this species, and they sound like another Federation from an unexplored part of the galaxy. And they're like, yay, let's be friends. We're going to escort you back home, because they were having some problems with their warp drive. Well, come to find out, they were kind of like the Federation. They had like mini planets in an alliance, except they kind of did some stuff that the Federation considered to be unethical, like not really having a slave species, but having like a caste system and stuff like that. So that was a good book, but very, in the past, let's say decade, very few and far between are good Star Trek books. But yeah, no real news to talk about.
No, and I can't imagine that event is going to be like.
I
You
can
look
give a
at
fuck less about it.
Yeah, you look at what's coming out for Star Trek, and there's just really nothing like Lower Decks. I watched the first episode of season 2, and I haven't looked even at a synopsis of the other episodes. I just don't care. Prodigy, I have no interest in. It doesn't even look like Star Trek, so fuck that. And like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about Janeway either, so like that's not going to draw me in. And I think that the majority of the fans out there, the Star Trek fans out there, aren't like, okay, we're going to see a panel with Crusher, fucking Harry Kim, and Geordie LaForge, like
And
woo,
Sulu, yeah.
yeah, and George Takei, like who hasn't played the character in like 30 some years.
Yeah, and they're probably gonna take some shots and shit like that. And
Well, and they're just going to circle jerk about how wonderful they are because Star Trek is so great and diverse and all that shit. Like,
yes.
because they again the current group of people that are dominating Star Trek right now and running it and everything, that's the only thing they fucking care about, and it shows. I mean, it shows in the work, and it's just that's all Star Trek is to them.
You're right. And speaking of LeVar Burton, Trey here has this little comment. And what's funny is all these channels and Twitter accounts were talking about that second time that LeVar Burton made a comment, but I was calling it out in early March when he was making similar comments, but it really didn't get any traction in the media at that point. But then about 2 months later, and what was it, April, he made another comment, and that's when everyone did their daily, outrage tweet and shit like that. But
I mean, the whole idea of like, oh, there's not cancel culture doesn't it's accountability culture. It's like,
yes,
yeah, but it's completely
no, it's consequence culture,
consequence culture, and it's completely selective and arbitrary.
I want to go through every single book he's ever shown on Reading Rainbow and see what's in those books. No, let's do it. It's consequence culture, LeVar. And what's sad is he grew up and his parents, I believe, still live there. Like, and my grandfather lived in this town about 25 minutes away from where I grew up in Northern California. So it's just sad that it's like, hey, cool, a guy in a
local boy
show I really like. Yeah. And I can't like him because he's an authoritarian piece of shit. So if he rescinds, then I might do it. Have you been drinking? What, who hacked Teresa's account? This doesn't sound like a Teresa comment here. We know it's probably true, but I mean, it just doesn't, it's not very comely of you.
Maybe she's being literal and like her air conditioning's broke or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we believe it. That's all I can say. We believe it.
Yeah.
She's got that voice going on. Speaking of which, do you have anything? I have a bunch of Windows tabs here ready to go in Brave. Do you have any you want to show first? Because we're on to the topic now, I guess. So.
Oh yeah, of the lovely ladies. I kind of want to preface the whole conversation because I was digging through because for the first episode that we did, I focused almost entirely on TOS, right? So I'm like, okay, I went through TOS. Now I'm going to focus on TNG and then take a look at some of the others. And while there are some, like I found, like if you look at the ratio, so the TOS only had 79 episodes, right?
Yeah.
TNG had 179, and they're not even comparable. TOS is like lights out, way hotter. And it got me to thinking because like I had to really, like I started going through a bunch of episodes, and I'm like, man, there are attractive women, but they're not like. The way they're portrayed in TNG, like after TOS, it seems to me like Star Trek went sexless.
Yeah,
like everybody's in a fucking onesie. Like the women are in a onesie, the men are in a onesie. They're covered head to toe. Like, and I just started thinking about it, like, do women or even men for that matter in the 24th century like want to be sexy like at all? I just and then even going to the series afterwards, it took till like Enterprise to kind of dial up the sexy a little bit, and then they dialed it like right back down.
Well, there was some gratuitous stuff on DS9, like every time they had Dax and Kira go into the massage parlor in the holo fleet, but it wasn't like a regular feature like it was on TOS. Right. And that's why TOS reigned supreme. in that
Yeah.
regard.
And one thing that bothered me is that, like, from TNG on,
Yeah.
when it came to like costuming and alien design,
Mhm.
everything was like throw them in a onesie and then give them some fucking ridge shit on their face. Like, give them a crinkle nose, give them these weird eyebrows, give them like these weird like bony facial structures things. Like that's the only like diversity that they had in their aliens was like throw a bunch of prosthetic shit on their face to ugly them up and throw them in a onesie and then put them on screen.
Well, you're exactly right about
that.
About the onesies, except after the second season, it was a twosie because it was causing back problems. Those
Right.
yeah,
But I mean, they appear as a
was
onesie
pulling.
practically. Yeah.
But I will say this: like Gates McFadden found a way to make it sexy when she unzipped it in the horny episode when she was trying to come on to Jean-Luc. Yeah, that was pretty hot. But
well, yeah,
they just don't lend themselves to
Gates McFadden was like Gresher was very, very attractive. Like out
Uh-huh.
of the regular cast, she was, by far the sexiest to me anyway.
Absolutely.
Kind of like the redheads, personally. But
Me too.
yeah, I just going through episode by episode and comparing it and thinking back to like how easy it was for TOS. Like, okay, TNG did like Justice, the episode where they're running around in fucking band-aids or whatever, but like for the most part, like, yeah, it really is. It's kind of sexless, and like nobody. There's the drunk episode, whatever, but like nobody's acting sexy. Nobody's like, I don't know. There's
and you know what? That's
even
that's
like romance. There's barely any of it. Like,
that's a whole different stream because I was listening a few weeks ago to the introductory video from Razorfist on his Depths of DS9, and he was talking about like there's some great episodes, and he even lists the ones that you should watch before you watch DS9. But he was saying as a whole, like it feels weird, like it doesn't really have a human element to it in a lot of ways. The series itself doesn't.
It's cold.
Yeah, I remember feeling that in 1987 because I watched the pilot the night it came out, and I kept watching and watching. And I'm just like, it just feels weird. Even like TOS, it doesn't feel that way, right? It feels it's the wagon train to the stars. It feels down to earth, and yet sciencey, I guess you could say, science fictiony. But yeah, TNG was like really, really weird. It's like almost like Outer Limits type stuff. Like this is like almost a dystopian future. And then they did that conspiracy episode, where the bug people like take over Starfleet Command. So that didn't really help. It was just, I don't know. I think later on it got a little bit more human, but they had so many bad episodes toward the end of the series.
The worlds they visit, the ships itself, it's very beige, very bland. Like even the onesies, it's like you can't even put them in like a colorful one. It's got to be like these like gray blues and shit like that. Even like you have a science fiction show and you're going to you get to visit all these different planets and cultures, and they basically, other than face prosthetics, they're all the same. Like it's just not like culturally practically the same. Like, and like there's like there other than like an episode like Justice or the one where they had to where Tasha Yar had to fight with the fist spiky fist mace. That episode that was really terrible. Like it was all kind of, again, bland. I mean, they still managed to tell good stories, but like visually, like in the costume department, they over relied on prosthetics, and the costuming was bland. And just going through it, I was like, I guess I didn't notice it at the time or really never thought about it, but going through this, I'm like, God, yeah, there's like, does no woman in that century like ever want to be sexy? They're like, there's not even a hint at like there are barely any hints of like sexy time.
That's the real dystopia right there, right?
Right. It's like, what a boring, like, if you ask me, like, what era would I want to live in if I could go to the Star Trek universe? Fuck TOS. Like, I know the technology, is better later on, and the galaxy is probably a safer place for the most part later on. But fuck, I'll take TOS all day long because it's colorful. At least it's not so.
I like it more anyway. I'd rather do it just because. But yeah, you're right, Sardi. That's why B5 is better than Star Trek after TOS. Yeah, B5 is a masterpiece, and it feels real. So,
and here's what I think it is like, I think they started sniffing their own farts, with regards to like how great Star Trek is because of its diversity and all this other stuff, and then they got like a little bit of blowback about like, yeah, but what about the short skirts?
Mm-hmm.
In TOS that was objectifying women, and they like way overcorrected
by having a guy wear one in the pilot.
Right?
Remember
like,
that?
Yeah. They way overcorrected and took all that stuff out, and like it really kind of it blanded the shows down, and there's just nothing else to say about it. Like, they just started sniffing their own farts and believing their own press about like how progressive the show was and everything. And well, you can't have a progressive show any characters like sexuality, or you can't have characters desire each other in any way, or
Keely, I don't see how they didn't know in 1987 that episode not only was
that shit
bad,
was problematic then.
Yeah, I mean, I remember as shit. How old was I? 11 years old. I remember it being weird. Like, oh man, this is this is not good.
Cringy.
Yeah,
it was a bit cringy. Like, you could kind of like, it was like, let's do an episode where they go to the planet that Eddie Murphy's character from Coming to America came from.
The royal penis is clean.
Right? Like, it just felt that way. But like, you could get away with it in Coming in America because it was a comedy. It was intentionally funny.
Here's the point here. You have an episode like that, right? And very politically incorrect. And I'm saying that as someone who is a staunch advocate of free expression, right? But here's the thing. You don't want to waste that exercising of your free expression on that episode. You want to waste it on something that is meaningful, right? There was that was a stupid
your goodwill
story.
Capital on something that essentially is just a really dumb story anyway.
Correct. Yeah.
Like, if you're going to
that's what pisses me off about it.
Do something more edgy than that.
Yes.
And instead of dumb.
Mm-hmm. Majorly dumb.
Yeah, I mean, going through these things, I found it very difficult because like I found the costuming to be very boring. The face prosthetics to be distracting because like literally every alien is just something different with a ridge on their face. It seems like,
right. Well,
it's like, because they could do that to differentiate aliens, they didn't like give them any different kind of outfits. Everybody just kind of dressed the same and the entire game.
Right. The first thing I have up is a TNG entry, but what we're going to do here is
me too.
We're going to talk about some, and we are going to repeat some from last time at the very end, almost as like a tournament of champions type thing, And I'm sure there'll be some.
You just want to pull up Tasha Yar's sister again.
Actually, I haven't, but I will now that you reminded me. But do you have one or not? Because I can pull this one up.
I do.
Okay.
Are
you using Trek Core?
Yeah. Well, I just saved the images.
What a great website.
Mm-hmm.
There's no ads or anything. Like, I'm literally going to ask them if they're in jeopardy without ads, and I'll like donate so they don't have to have ads because it's a great resource. All right, here we go. Yeah, this was an honorable mention for me. I didn't like her hair. And this is Famke Janssen from X-Men. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very, I liked, here we go. We got.
And her name.
I forget her name in the thing.
Kamala.
Oh, yeah. It's the episode Perfect Mate. She was like
Mhm.
hatched or whatever from this glowy thing.
Yeah.
Too early. It was almost like a little bit of like Fifth Element, but obviously this
Mhm.
came before the Fifth Element movie. This is probably one of my favorite from TNG. I don't know. There's something about her. I
Mhm.
like the outfit too. Like it no midriff or anything, but like at least you have a little bit of see through on the sleeves and nice little plunge there in the neckline. Um, yeah, I didn't mind the hair. I mean, it's very 80s. That's the other thing is you go through TNG and it's like, well, it stands out for the hair.
I think this episode is like 92, I want to say 91 or 92, but pretty
Yeah,
close.
third,
Close
fourth season, somewhere in there.
though. Yeah, good entry, man. Are you done talking about that?
Yeah,
Okay.
the episode
Let
isn't very
me
good, but
no. Let me share this one. And here's what's funny about this. There are two pictures. I'm going to show one first. And there was just something about this chick. And she was much older than Will Wheaton at the time, like
mm,
by at least 10 years, I think. But remember this one?
it looks familiar. What is this? The game? No,
No, this is the
game
one
episode.
where they're transporting her to become ruler of this planet. And then,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, she was, I don't know. This is just one shot, but there are a bunch. But later on, you find out that she really looks like this.
Mm.
She morphs into that, but I'd rather,
Yeah, that's kind of a deal breaker there.
yeah, well. Oh, we're getting some scores in here. Last one, Jack saying Famke is a 7. Oh, 5
Huh,
on this one, huh? Okay.
dang.
All right. Stop
It's gonna be a
sharing.
rough night.
Yeah. Do you have another one lined up?
I do.
Let me close these tabs. Oh man, this is a good one I have next. Oh, you bastard. You son of a bitch.
Did I steal one from you?
Let me see if it's a different image than what I selected. Oh, it is. I'm going to share mine in a minute too, but
Okay.
the Q chick.
Yeah, the like again, not a particularly. I think what Q who was this episode? Not a particularly good
No,
episode. And
true
like when she
Q.
did the wavy hand thing to do like her powers, it was ridiculous. But yeah, she's nice to look at.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, she
true
would do like
Q.
this like weird. Yeah, true.
How about this? How about this picture though? This is the one I had already pulled up in a tab.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, E Clay and 9. All-time Olivia. That is her name.
Yeah,
Olivia
the
Diabo, is that
only
her name?
thing that I don't like about her is like her face reminds me a little too much of Alyssa Milano.
Okay, and just because it being Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, like she like induces a gag reflex. So
Gotcha.
of her politics.
Yeah. So yeah, you stole that one from me. I'm going to be interested to see if you agree on this one.
Okay. No,
You don't agree.
no, did not. I saw the picture and everything, and I'm like, yeah, no,
Why?
because she looks like young Pulaski.
Ooh, wow.
You
I
see
don't
it
know.
now, don't you? The hair and everything.
I
That's
like
Commander
the
Shelby, right? Yeah.
yeah. I like the mammarial development up top, you know?
Yeah, yeah. She fills up the top of the suit, just the uniform quite well.
Mhm. I don't like the hair though.
No.
So,
Oh, you're getting threes.
well, I don't know what Eclay is referring to. Maybe he's a little bit behind in the stream. I don't know.
That's rough.
What you got?
All right, let's see. We're gonna go.
Yeah, Melissa's correct.
Might be a repeat from last week. I don't care.
Oh, yep. Please clap.
The hottest Vulcan
Mm-hmm.
ever.
Cutest and hottest.
Yeah. Yeah, look at her.
Mm-hmm. It's still regulation, Captain.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly the uniform she's wearing in that
I
picture.
know.
Yeah, with the hairdo and everything. So
Actually,
yeah,
yes.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Like, of course, I love Wrath of Khan. Everybody knows that. But like, oh, I had a thing for Kirstie Alley in that movie. She's like, I don't know. Like, I'd be one of those. If I lived in the Star Trek universe, like, I'd be hot for Vulcans. I don't know what it is. Like, T'Pol, her, like, their logic, they're not emotional. It's like the perfect woman.
Oh yeah, but she is a little bit emotional, you know.
She is like slightly, yeah. Like like when her mentor dies, you know, and she
Well,
sees,
just the
like,
way she's
horrific
acting on the
things.
turbo lift too.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah, good stuff.
God bless Kirstie Alley.
I got a 2-for-1 for you here. Same episode. And it's an episode we have talked about in the past and we actually like.
Hmm?
This chick and
Is this First Duty?
this chick, the only acceptable Bajoran in your eyes. Yeah, First Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I were like at Starfleet Academy, right, and you're in the dormitory,
shit, that'd be like,
I would sneak these two in, you know, at the same time, and you got the dark hair, the blonde hair going on, a little bit of variety. I mean, yeah, great stuff. 6 and 4,
Yeah.
damn. I mean, we're.
Oh, I disagree there. I think they're. I would have had a great time at Starfleet Academy with those two.
Yep. I'm gonna have to see if there's a video out there of that for sure.
All right, I gotta.
Whew. I gotta move this to the Tournament of Champions. This other one I just accidentally pulled up. Hang on. Found a really good picture.
This is a funny one.
Okay. Well, you know, Sardi brought this up. No, this. Oh wait, hold on. This is the one where she's half Romulan, right?
I think so. It's Bael. That's the character's name.
Mm-hmm. This is the one where Worf had a lot of weird episodes in later seasons. This is the one where he runs off and finds this colony, right?
Yeah, terrible episode.
Yeah, where they're living together like Romulans and Vulcans and and Klingons, yeah.
Yeah.
He plays like one.
Dang. Let me show you what she without the prosthetics. It's shitty. Here, we'll zoom in.
Yeah, not too bad. She's got a lot of hair.
You guys don't dig the Klingons. All right, fine.
So we're
soft women. You don't like the rough sex. All right, I get it.
We're moving on from TNG because I went through a bunch of them, and if we didn't already cover it last stream, then it's not going to be covered in this one, at least for me. So here's one we have to do, and I think this is an excellent picture, to be quite honest. Like a great picture, and I went through a lot of pictures, and here it is. Waiting for the scores to come in.
0.
Yeah, right. Get out of town. 0.
Compton a onesie. Not interested.
Samuel says fitting. Jack's like 5. Eclay is like 6. Simone says 8.
Obviously, I'm not being like I'm not being purely objective on the looks here when I give that score, but here's what I hate, right? Modern Star Trek was essentially sexless, with the exception of a couple things, and like this is the one that everybody like tisks about. Like, you know, it, they just put her in there to appeal to the incel kid out, weird, basement dwelling kids, and then that ruined the chance for like anything sexy to like be on Star Trek again for years.
Shocker from one.
And they still like she complains about the costume. Like, lady, like your character would have been killed off if it weren't for that costume.
Oh, she's only doing that now. She wasn't doing that at the time. I mean,
yeah,
come on.
Yeah, of course. But that's what I mean. Like, I can't stand her, and her character on Picard is repugnant.
Oh, I know. They've ruined it. They've ruined everything. Let's just put it that way. Irredeemably. You got something?
Yeah, give me just a second here because I gotta.
And after this, I'm dialing it back to TOS. So we'll have a series of TOS ones.
Yeah, just a second.
Okay. I was in love with Jerry when I was younger. A lot of us were. I apologize if it was discussed already, but I remember that cheesy workout in TNG with Troy in the dock. That's the one I put on Twitter today as like the preparation and inspiration tweet. So, but it wasn't as cringe as some of the things where like Dax and Kira are going to the massage parlor in the holosuite. Some of those were like just totally gratuitous. We walk in with like bikinis on, and there's like guys with 8-packs that are like all shiny and oiled up, and it's like, yeah, thanks Fox, thanks Paramount.
Okay, yeah. Back. I'm gonna put one up here, and there's a specific reason. So hold your condemnation on this one.
Oh, I know who this is. Do you want me to tell him?
And there's I will show them.
I know who it is, though. I mean, just for the record, I know my sci-fi. Yep. That's her.
That's the same actress, folks. She's the three-titted lady in Total Recall.
I even know the character's name. It's Ensign Sonia Gomez.
Yeah.
Yep. I've seen that episode. That's Q Who. That's when Q sends him to the Delta Quadrant, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
I've seen that episode. I don't know how many times.
I had to find a picture that like I could show.
Yeah.
That would, like, okay, yeah, somebody put a bar there, but 3 of them. Yeah, there's 3 of them.
-5. Wow.
Wow, he likes his ladies to have only 2 breasts.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So back to TOS. And this one, I chose this particular screenshot because out of the 3, I think these were the 2 best. Mudd's women.
Oh, yeah.
Especially that brunette. Especially the blonde. I mean, you can't pick.
Right.
Because this, man, I wish I had the next screenshot because when she leaves, it's like, whoa. Yeah, I would arrange some business dealings with Mudd here. That's all I can say. Even if they were taking that drug because they were actually like 80 years old or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very good stuff. 9 and 4. Why the 4? Man, you guys are brutal.
Yeah, that's
very brutal. So he likes the blonde more here. So,
I like the blonde.
Oh, yep, that's a good one. That's a good one. You ready?
My next one, yeah.
So Greg's up here with
in the movie eras once again.
Ilea.
Ilea.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, do you got any others?
Of Ilea, no, I can probably find some pretty
Like
quickly
with
though.
the white outfit, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And she passed away at a really young age, tragically.
Yes, she did.
In the late 90s, I think it was.
I'm not. I'm not sure.
Let me look this up. Do 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 do. Persis Kambata
Beltran.
was her name. Yep. And yeah, 1998. She was only 49 years old, and I guarantee she looked 29. And if yeah, you should see her
Right.
with long hair, like just knockout. She's from Bombay, or sorry, that's politically incorrect. Mumbai. That's how we have to pronounce it now.
Right. Yeah. Gone too early, and like you have to be. You have to be a pretty stunning to pull off the bald chick look. I mean,
Yes,
look at that. I mean, that face, and yeah.
a couple of Centauri chicks on Babylon 5 did it, but not very many.
Yeah,
Alora's in the house, and you should stick around, ma'am, and you'll find out why later. Did you find any yet?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for the white episode. Oh, okay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But either way, if Greg finds it or not, go out there and at some point, not right now, and Google Trek Ilea white dress, and you'll be like amazed. Whew.
Yeah, she looks
She's thicker than a
good.
snicka. Yay! Yep. Yep. Scroll down a little. Yeah, that's great.
Look at, yeah.
Fantastic.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Rest in peace. But not before you walk all over me with those spiked heels on. All right. Next TOS episode. Oh man. Why is this? I gotta zoom out here. I remember when we rewatched this that I'm like, did they insert this chick into the episode? Because I don't remember her from back in the day. But this is almost like Uhura, you are fired. We have found a replacement. And that's saying something considering like how attractive I thought Uhura was. Are you ready for
Yeah.
this? Operation
Yeah, bring it.
Annihilate. Remember this chick?
Not really.
You should
Well,
see the rest.
wow.
I mean, yeah. And I think they also in a few other episodes they had her walking around in a gold dress, if I'm not mistaken. And you're like, whoa, who's that? And then she's prominent throughout this entire episode. She's with the landing party. So yeah. It's like Uhura, you're reassigned to Starbase. We found someone else. It doesn't matter. She doesn't even know how to operate this stuff. It's like, what's this one do? You're hired. You know, the casting couch session has been successful. That's exactly almost in those words what I said earlier tonight to myself, Sentinel. So yeah. I remember when we did our Trek watch back in what, January? We finished it up, something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah. So if you want to look up more, do more research, go to trekcore.com and go to the TOS episodes, and it's Operation Annihilate. I think this is the one where those amoeba things attach themselves to Spock's back, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah. Oh man. Oh, this isn't going to be received well. Now, do you have any real life ones ready?
No, would you like me to get some?
Well, I mean, just because I know how these guys are already. These guys and gals, I should say. I need to come up with an Uhura's quarters emoji and t-shirt design. A lot of things. All right, here we go. I'm going to show this Greg's latest one as he's trying to look up a real life out of makeup picture, but this is Iman from Ethiopia, I believe. A model that they hired for the role in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country.
Jadzia.
I like her voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she had a sexy voice.
Mm-hmm. Iman, I-M-A-N. I think she was one of those people that only had one name, like no last name.
Yep.
Yep. Either Ethiopia or Somalia. I can't remember which. Trey knows what it's about. Are you talking about this one or the last one, Trey? Oh, the last one would be a 10. Timon says 6. Samuel says 10. Eclay says 10. And Alora says, wow. Keely Chow says 9. I don't think Keely's had one under a 9, to be honest. So, not after she shapeshifted, just like that TNG chick. Yep, there you go. Mm-hmm. Very good. Jack with the 5.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a combination of her looks and then her characters was kind of that voice.
Smoking cigarettes and
yeah, that cigarette thing. Like that was not his genitals.
Yeah.
Or not everybody keeps their genitals in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Captain. Whatever. No, who's captain then? So yeah.
So we're gonna move into, for me, I'm gonna move into Enterprise now. Because DS9, there wasn't really. I have one more that we're bringing back from DS9, but there wasn't really anything there. And I went through a lot. So, whoa, what's this?
Oh, that was my next one. I didn't know you didn't take mine down.
Who's that?
Sorry. It's one of the Makos in.
She looks familiar.
That boarded on the Enterprise.
Do you know the actress's name?
No. I don't.
I'm trying to figure out why she seems so familiar. That's a good picture, though. Yeah, look that up. All right. Yeah, you gotta love the Orion women. And this is the episode that has the Big Show, the wrestler. He's like a huge, giant Orion guy. But I like the one in the middle, especially. She's the prominent one that seduces Archer. Very good. I mean, the green chicks were so popular from the 60s TOS that George Lucas pretty much, appropriated them for Return of the Jedi, but he added the head tails that somehow made it even better. He found a way to improve on it. So, yeah, this episode is good and gratuitous, and I think the producers of Enterprise knew what they were doing. The showrunner knew what he was doing when they started doing all kinds of stuff, and that will come up in my next entry. So, yeah, green belly dancing aliens, pretty much. 697, yep, 9 in the middle. That's the one I like. Oh, Sardee, let's go back to yours. Sardee says she's Israeli, forgot her name. Did you find it? I want to see what else she's been in.
I think
The Makos, though, I remember that.
She Mitchell?
Let's see. That's not the
Tish
Shay
Mitchell.
Mitchell I'm looking at here. What is the name of the episode?
I don't even remember now. I can't find it.
All right, let's look up Mako's. Uh, um,
Noah Tishby, Israeli actress.
Noah.
Noa.
Okay, let's look at this. Whoa, here's another shot. Let's go to IMDb. Yep. She doesn't look the same there, but maybe she just looks like someone else. Because I don't see any of these shows she's been on or movies. Nope, never seen that. So I don't know. She kind of, maybe she, I don't know. She looks like someone else, probably subconsciously. So, yeah, very good though. Yet, very good. Now, what is this one? This here is the second to last entry. And this episode is from Enterprise, season 4. Yeah, 80085. Thank you, Jack. You're exactly right. 80085. Haster says 10. Thanks for being here, by the way. Keely Chow's a 9, 9, 10. Yeah. Melissa Lord, 9.5. Yeah, they're on board with that one. That's lighting and hair makeup. But this entry here is from a mirror episode from Enterprise. And there are more from this scene, but this is a very good selection. And it's Evil Hoshi.
Yeah, Evil Hoshi was pretty sexy.
Yeah. And she's in the quarters with what's that guy's name that I think he's like a Mako guy, but she's like with him, I guess. And yeah, there's some reverse shots of this, and I don't think it's a body double either. And then there's some other ones where she's in bed with Archer. Not like that.
Oh.
They're just kind of like lying there and stuff. But yeah, excellent. I only have one more new entry, and it's one that I was kind of saving for you, but I don't think I've seen you share it yet. So how many more do you have?
I'm not sure, but
whoa. Well, yeah, we may as well.
Mm-hmm. I didn't have that. I just looked that one up really quick.
Yeah, sure.
I remember that episode. That was like kind of ridiculous. Let's see. No, not her.
Yeah, so that it was a dark scene, Sentinel. That I think we know why. How many more do you have?
Like 2.
Good, because
and 3.
Okay, just I have one more, but I don't want to steal it from you. Oh, I thought about this one, but I'm like, eh.
Yeah, this is the one where she like tries to date.
To me, this would have been closer to the 50 spot than the 1 spot, you know. But not too bad, not too bad.
Not too bad.
She actually made the uniform look pretty good, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is this Ardra?
Yeah, I think
the devil.
The devil. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I thought about that last session. She's got those hips. Yep. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, E. Clay. Well, Greg
let's
shares his
see.
thoughts on this one. What's that?
There's some random chick in Captain's Holiday on Ryza. I'm like, I gotta go to the Ryza one. There's got to be one there.
Oh, I forgot to do the Risa episode of DS9 because I think Vanessa Williams is in that episode.
Yes, I thought you were gonna pick her, so I didn't pick her.
I did.
Yeah, she's.
Oh,
Yeah, Vanessa Williams is in.
I'll find it. I'll find it. But
Yeah,
I
she's
also have to find something else.
very, very nice to look at in that episode.
Yeah. Where the fuck
And
is that episode?
in the spirit of additional just randos.
Oh, I saw you had that one up earlier on the
you gotta
screen. That whole planet,
you gotta go through
man.
justice. You gotta go through justice in order to. There's got to be some that make the list.
Here's what I would do. I don't even know if that girl was legal when the episode came out. I would I think she was. I would
now.
Yeah, I would go to that planet with a starship. I would hack into that space station cloaked thing that was pretending to be their god. And I would hack into it and tell them no more of this stupid law, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you kill people when they break any law. So that's over with. Then I would subjugate the planet and I would build like a mansion and I would just settle there. I'd retire there. That's what my retirement plan would be in TNG.
Like
is that Minuet?
No, this is it's a version of Minuet, like as he's like telling
he's
the holodeck.
Yeah, as he's being a pervert, trying to
Yeah, I like the blonde look, but I like Minuet in general. So
sure, yeah.
I think I have one of Minuet, the final version.
I like her more when she's like a soccer mom, like in that one episode.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about? When they're looking at the footage and stuff. And then that's when he realizes it's like a...
Oh, yeah.
A ploy.
Yes. The Riker episode. Yeah.
All right.
That was a good episode, too. I really like that episode.
Now let me go to DS9.
Jacko Cash is like Jessica Rabbit vibes. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I think that was kind of the aesthetic they were going for, the era.
I think it's season 4. What was the name of that episode? It was, I think, Let He Who Is Without Sin. Maybe it was season 5. Yep, it was season 5. Oh, we actually already pulled up this one because we wanted to look at the spots going all the way down Dax's body.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got to keep that. Who's that?
This was a reporter character in Enterprise.
Reporter.
I think it was in a mirror episode, but
don't trust her.
Yeah.
That's not a very... Yeah, this will have to be the one that does the job here. But let's see if we can find any good ones of Vanessa Williams. Oh, you're so divine. Just had to put your name in my rhyme. Let's see. Digital Underground. Is this a good one? No. That's not a good one. Is that the last one you have?
I believe so.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's definitive because I didn't pour through every single episode of Star Trek. So
right. I almost did. Like I looked at the names and I'm like, oh yeah, this or that happens.
Mhm.
Son of a bitch. I cannot find a good picture of Vanessa Williams.
Just have her chilling out with Dax here.
Oh, yep, there's a good one. Mm-hmm. Very good. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. I can't take credit. That's like real lyrics from Do What You Like. All right. I'm going to
Tell me
show
the
this
one
one,
that's gonna shock me.
and you can't get mad, but TOS style uniform and long hair for to pull.
Oh, didn't we show that? What? Yeah.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Something about
Yeah, I didn't select any T'Pol because we picked her. I selected her last time, but
I don't think we did. I think you're thinking of.
no, we did at the end of the last episode.
Well, either way, this is a finalist. Sentinel 11. 9.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
about her Mirror Universe outfit?
This is Mirror Universe.
Okay. Well,
That's why the Vulcan guy has the goatee and mustache, and why he has the
oh yeah,
what the fuck are they called in that universe?
Terran
The
Empire.
Terran Empire. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, then I don't know what this one's from, but
Oh, what one? Oh, that's part 2, I think. Yeah, excellent. And I have another one from this episode. No, not that. Not that. Not that. No, I don't have another one from that episode. So this is excellent. But finalists, we'll go back to this. I think this is wonderful. I mean, really wonderful. Data's like, I'm trying to keep my eyes up.
yeah.
Trying to keep my eyes up. Trying to keep my eye contact, eye level. Define eyes though, right?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Where'd you find that one?
That was the image I was when I was looking through. I was like, oh, but I already selected T'Pol, so I'm like, But
Where'd you find this one?
I just googled it.
Okay, I'll have to Google
T'Pol
that.
through the mirror or whatever the episode title is. Yeah, Through the Mirror.
Another finalist, in another TOS uniform was Dax, and man, just a knockout.
Yeah.
And there's something about that style, the go-go style, the boots and all that stuff. Just great.
Show a little leg.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But see, that's what that was one of my things with going through this again, and it's not just showing legs or midriff, like a shoulder, a plunging back, a blow or a dress that has that plunging line in the back. It doesn't have to be like tits in order to be sexy,
yeah. Well, look at this
Yeah.
right here. Just the
Yeah.
collarbone region, always nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like to play Kiss the Spots.
Yeah, good point, Sentinel. Just like that one, who was that? Like Ohio players or someone, like pop what you got,
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to yours.
Timon, but tits help.
Yeah.
They do.
So here's another one.
You could be sexy in Star Trek, man.
I mean, this has to count too. I mean, the fact that the spots go all the way down.
Uh-huh.
Wait, who's you guys are confusing me when you say, because I don't know if you guys are caught up. Like, who's a 9.5? Which one? Like, describe the person, because I never know if you guys are like caught up with the stream or whatever. Because we want your input. We want to understand what your opinions are. Data.
Data's
All right.
9.5.
Let's see. Da-da-da, okay, here's the one that last time someone made this comment. I'd have to go back and see who it was, but they're like, "Hey, what's Laura doing on Star Trek?" But we go back to the Mirror Universe, this time on TOS, and it's her, Kirk's.
Oh yeah, well, she's the yeoman in the regular universe in the episode.
Yeah, this is just kind of like his hit, or whatever you want to call it, in the Mirror Universe. I can't remember who the hell said that. Someone said that. What do you mean? What? This is like your look-alike. What was the name of that character? Like, it was
oh, I don't even remember.
It was Mick something. I can't remember.
She actually looked good in like the regular uniform too. She's
yeah.
Well, like in TOS, they didn't really cast a whole lot of uglies, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, we've talked about that. Like,
they cast beautiful women. Like,
I mean, oh, it was Timon. Good. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't remember, buddy. It's not a nurse, you racist, you sexist. It's not a nurse. Like we said, and we've said numerous times, like TOS, they're in Southern California, right? And they must have just had this line of women, you know, that wanted to be an extra or whatever, or even, you know, a part-time or a part, like a guest part is what I'm trying to say. And they must have just gone through them and just picked out the best of the best. It's not like they're in, you know, the middle of nowhere where you might have one in every 30 women are mildly attractive. You're talking about Southern California, Hollywood, whatever. That's where they filmed all this shit. And they had the pick of the litter, and they definitely showed it. Because how many? Just think about it. Go back to TOS season 1 all the way to 3. How many women do you remember seeing that were not? Very few, right? There might have been a few that looked kind of homely, but wait, is this real? I'm looking at your preview. Is this real? I don't
know.
I don't remember.
Nice to look at, though.
It's not real. That's total Photoshop. I can't imagine, like, here's what it would be. And I think they've done this in some, like, other universes where, like, there's always one character, and even, like, the alternate universe, they're the exact same. Like, Janice Rand would be the exact same in the Mirror Universe. She'd be this, like, deer in the headlights, pumped up on Valium, like, just the same exact person. That character was so weird. And what's funny, when we talk about it on the original series, I don't think she went past like 12 episodes or something like that. And she never appeared again until motion picture. And a lot of people are surprised when you say that. But yeah, she was prominent in the first maybe 12 episodes, and she never came back.
Yeah.
So, but I think those are all the ones that I had for finalists, and this is a finalist for sure, a fine all list. I don't know, man. It's too difficult. Am I missing any others that would be like any of those TOS chicks?
TOS. There's a couple.
Yeah, good point, fuck Norris. All those beach episodes on the monkeys.
Basically.
Alora says, didn't even notice that. Thought she looked like my auntie growing up. Jolene wins, according to Sardie. I mean, yeah, that's tough to beat, man.
Yeah, because she wasn't just like. God, the TOS has got some though. It's going back to like this one.
Oh yeah, just randos, right? Zoom in on that.
Oh, damn it.
Yep. I mean, just random officers and crew people, crew persons. I don't want to be sexist and say crewmen. Yeah, I mean, just all of them.
Yeah, the girl from Taste of Armageddon, obviously.
Which, oh yeah, the blonde.
Oh yeah, she's. Oh, and she was pretty nice.
This one right here reminds. I'll look at it in a minute, but this chick reminds me of one of the ones that would be like on one of those Skinemax films, that comes on like at Saturday at 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, this is Spock's brain, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a rear shot, no pun intended. That's excellent as well.
Oh, and then this.
Yeah, I think you're right, Melissa. At least an 8. Whoa.
This one is one of my favorites.
She comes from France. Coneheads. And they both got the cones going on.
Yeah, they both. That's such a great freaking picture.
Oh man.
If you don't want the cone look on there, then you got.
Damn. Can you do stunts in those though? That's the question we have to ask.
Yeah, that's the relevant question, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the consensus, Trey, from everyone.
Oh, like it's not even close.
Mm-mm.
I mean, really, it's not close.
Or if it's not TOS, it's the uniform.
But I mean, yeah.
I don't know, man. Yep. Does it go any? Oh, we probably shouldn't do that, right?
Yeah, it goes a little further.
I don't know.
Trip about to get it on.
It's too difficult to choose. That one's gone. I don't know, but this chick here, man. There's some other pictures.
Yeah, she's. It's tough. I like the one with the cone one, but to Paul, Jadzia, I can tell you, like, fucking 7 of 9, not even top 25.
Oh no, not when you look at everything in totality.
Star Trek, like not even in top 25.
Mm-hmm. Not when you look at everything in totality. But for me, it's between that one and that one and that one. So see you later, Hoshi. And see you later, Dax. Yeah, it's between these three. And this is just, I wish we could have seen more of her, like in other episodes. Hottest of Hollywood's 90s were Baywatch. Boob Watch is what I called it. Because that show was designed for one purpose. It's like free It's free fat material is all it was, without actually being pornographic.
Yeah, I mean, to make a closing argument on T'Pol, I mean,
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
that screen.
Yep. Because whenever you're gonna transport or enter the ship from a shuttle,
Can
you
I
have
get
to.
that job? I don't want to be the captain. I want to be the transporter chief because like at least you get to watch that shit going down. If that helped. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, because it makes total sense. If you're coming back from the shuttle, you got to strip down to your underwear and get oil rubbed all over you.
Yeah, you got to grease yourself up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just doing Star Trek because it's a Star Trek stream. So, yeah. I mentioned last time that maybe we'll do everything sometime in the future. So
it's too hard. It's so much like.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that would be, you'd have to narrow it down because I mean, hottest chicks in science fiction, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, because I have tons. Trust me. Tons.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, guys, I mean, that's kind of narrowing it down. I like this one. Man, I like that one. She looks good there. And she's very nice. Very natural. That's the thing. They're all natural. So anyway, that's it. I mean, like when you watch science fiction these days, you just don't see and I'm stealing your point from earlier, you just don't see this kind of sexiness. You see something else. You see, like, they think that they're pushing the envelope in other ways. Like when you watch something like Discovery, right?
Oh yeah, how many times you can say they, them in a span of 20 seconds. Dumb shit like that. Yeah.
And then you see all this support for Tilly, like, oh, she's such a great character. We love Tilly. We love Tilly.
The body positivity thing because she put on 30 pounds between seasons.
Right.
I mean, she had a kid. I mean, there's a legit reason, but like her character is awful.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not that her character is like her character is neurotic, ditzy, over emotional. I mean, well, they're all over emotional on Discovery, but like, yeah, I like. She's the one that's the power of math, people, and like she got as an ensign, she was put in command of the ship and promptly lost it in like 4 seconds. She lost the entire ship. It got completely taken over. And she's just a shit character. Like not really likable. Not for her looks, not for her character, her behaviors, like loyal, like none of that. She's like the sidekick best friend of the main actress in a romantic comedy.
Yeah, there you go. The one that the wingman gets.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And it's the one that, if you're the wingman, you may not necessarily just to be honest, not shy from her from a physical perspective, but that you better sneak out in the morning and make sure that she doesn't have a way to contact you. That's the type she is, because
she's like a, to put it like, what was that fucking movie with Vince Vaughn? Wedding Crashers? So like Stage 5 clinger or something like that. Like she's that type.
Oh yeah. Big time. Why didn't you call me the next day? Or at all.
Or like, starts crying because like you must be cheating on her because you didn't reply to her text within like 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Just just fucking nut job.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Trey's talking about Dax. Trey's saying Dax is the hottest. He says the girl with Worf. Yeah, I mean, definitely
Yeah, she's up there.
all the finalists for me are like razor thin margins, They're
Exactly.
all up there.
Exactly. They're all extraordinarily attractive. I think like what's appealing about some of the more main characters that we have in the finalist list is that we also like their characters. That kind of helps.
Yeah.
Like Jadzia's like an interesting character. T'Pol is an interesting character. Like some of the other yeah, they were great to look at, but they really, they weren't around much, or their character wasn't very significant. But so there's a little bit of bias.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jadzia is fantastic. I liked her in that dumb sitcom she did with Ted Danson even.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Becker.
Becker, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the character Becker though. He was kind of like a predecessor to like a Gregory House kind of character.
Yeah. Oh, here's another one. I don't like the way she looked in Star Trek, but in other shows and in real life, that Nicole DeBoer that played the new Dax, very
as Esri Dax or whatever.
yeah, very cute. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
But
she
just
has
not in the show.
Really bad pixie haircut in the show.
Right? I know. Yeah, and they wrote her character to be kind of like a proto fake Trek character, just very neurotic, and yeah, I didn't like the way they handled that character. Oh, cool. Trey reviewed Last Action Hero. That's a fun movie. I remember my father used to like watching that when it would come on like a premium cable back in the day. Just a lot of funny scenes.
What was great about it was that it was a parody that wasn't.
It was a send up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was a little of both, like an actual action movie, but then
yeah,
clever enough to make fun of itself and some of the action movie tropes.
Damn, and that's what I love, about what Trey's doing and Blake's doing. They're talking about old stuff because we know what's good that's old. All this new stuff, it's not good, and we know it's not, yet we keep on watching it, right? We keep on reviewing it. We keep on devoting hours of time talking about it. It doesn't take that long to read about Suicide Squad or whatever the hell it is and say, yeah, this is woke trash. It's right. Vacuous. It's shallow-minded and all that. So watch old stuff. And by the way, on Saturday, I released my latest recommendation video, The Alternative Factory. There are a few things in there that I think everyone will like. So definitely watch that video and share it and tell your friends to watch it. Is this something else I need to share?
An honorable mention that it's a Star Trek-ish show.
Oh.
Halston Sage.
Yep. Excellent.
Yeah, and like her character is far less attractive than the actress, but still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, just a knockout. What do you think she is? 5'1"? 5'2", maybe. You never can tell on all the profiles because they embellish that a lot.
Right.
Nurse. I don't know what nobody is. Except for that song.
Nobody. She's listed as 5'5".
Nobody. Yeah, I doubt she's 5'5". She's just diminutive, She's probably like 5'3" at the most, I would guess. But anyway, We've only been going an hour and 36, but that's about it, I think. I think for me it's almost like a three-way tie. You know, you got the Allura character, you've got the mixed hottie here, and there's a lot more of this one. Like, just again, Operation Annihilate is the episode. Go look it up. And then you've got the TOS style T'Pol in uniform here.
Mm-hmm. T'Pol in many different pictures, like that one in the rub down room. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, but that's unfortunately SBK. That's fake Trek. But yeah, she looked pretty good in that movie for sure.
Oh yeah, that scene where she's changing in the thing. Yeah, that was nice. I like
that. That's funny. But tomorrow night, Greg and I are back with Deadwood Dale for Indecent Behavior. And I'll just be honest, Dale completely arranged for this, but we've got special guest Literature Devil. And if you've never seen this guy's videos, go check them out. They're intellectual on a level that is unparalleled. Like, he really goes into what he's talking about. And that's why he has so few videos, because he spends time on them.
Yeah,
if you like,
I'm in the middle of watching is like an hour and some long.
Yeah. And he really goes into stuff like explaining what's really going on with our entertainment in the modern times. And he goes into that, comparing it to the past. And when you look at postmodernism and stuff, which is something I've been talking about since I've had a channel, this whole concept of there's no objectivity, everything has value, everything has merit, which is not the case. Yeah, so he's going to be on with us.
Hero character and
there you go.
Hero.
Yes.
The one I'm watching now is having to do with like the Superman character. And what's interesting is he really goes, Jack Valcaz just mentioned, love the Little Devil Super. It's a long one. But he'll go into like the depth of,
it's a good one.
Here's Joseph Campbell's, like, here's the hero's journey, and here's the archetypes of characters, and like, what Superman's like. The argument always is like, well, you can't make Superman interesting because he's so powerful.
Oh, bull! They've been doing it forever.
You can't have, the character can't have struggles, and it's like, but his struggles, he does have struggles. He has to resist the enormous temptation, to rule, because he could. He's so powerful, and the fact that he's not corruptible, but like, he has the temptation.
Well, not only that, but he has to resist exposing himself too much, because he will exppose his family and those he loves. Whether it's Martha and Jonathan, or Lois, or whoever, So and not only that, but like, a lot of his enemies, are they all as powerful as he is? No, but again, they found ways to challenge him by setting up 4 different disasters, and he can't save all at the same time. Stuff like that, So it's and plus, like, you take someone like Toyman or whatever, why doesn't he just use heat vision and blast that motherfucker into the sun? Well, because he doesn't want to kill. So his enemies take advantage of that. There are many ways to make. If you can't take Superman and make him interesting, then you're not good at writing. Let's just put it that way, because they did it for decades. But yeah, he'll be on with us tomorrow. Exactly. It's going to be a great conversation. It's pretty funny, because I was sitting here, and I know everyone's been busy on the team, so I kind of asked you guys if you had any ideas, but I didn't want to bug you guys. So I'm like, well, I'll just throw some topics on there, and we can always adjust them. I put some topics on there, and I'm like, no, we're not going to talk about that stuff that everyone else is talking about. We're not going to. So I start looking again, and I'm like, now that's something we could talk about. That it's also something other people are talking about, but I think we could talk about it and give a take that you haven't heard somewhere else. But no, we're not going to talk about what's the latest outrage that,
Cowboy
shocker.
Bebop or whatever.
Oh yeah, no. I don't like Cowboy Bebop. Other than my Star Blazers, I don't really like anime, so I'm not going to talk about that, right? It's funny. I found on Wondershare, my software to make videos, I had started a He-Man video, which I wish I had done because I do care about that. I grew up on it, got the DVD set right over there, but I didn't make one. But the point is, don't give a shit about Cowboy Bebop. Not going to talk about it. So we're going to talk about some other stuff. So definitely be there. It was fun the first time. Share the stream. Tell someone about it. Tell friends about it. We pushed it out a little bit later than last time because there were so many people streaming 2 weeks ago, Monday night. Like many, many channels.
Like
so
8, I think. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like 8 in our sphere, you know.
Yes.
Obviously,
yes.
thousands and thousands and thousands of people streaming, but
yeah. We just mean, we're that crossover audience
circle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we definitely want to boost that that show because I feel like we have good conversations and good takes. Let's just put it that way. And we don't always agree. That's the thing. Maybe 95% of the time, but that's not a prerequisite for streaming with me. I don't want to find someone that agrees with me 100% of the time. That's not me. So.
Well, I don't want to live in a world where everybody.
No, me neither.
I mean, pretty boring then.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like you could be on the same side philosophically, but have a different approach.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Like what's the solution? What's the, God,
yep.
Especially when you get into the political sphere and things like that, like, you're talking about a particular candidate and there's, many, many strengths that a particular candidate has. And then other ones you're like, yeah, man, he was shit when it comes to the budget.
Yeah.
Because he was, if you're talking Orange Man.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then I guess Rhino's going to do Casual Rage on Thursday night in the States. And then what I'm going to do Friday night, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've got some guests lined up and we're going to do an expanded university stream on Friday and talk about some interesting stuff from the expanded universe. Speaking of which, also watch my video on the death of L. Neil Smith, libertarian science fiction author and author of early expanded universe trilogy, Lando Calrissian trilogy, which I found to be fun and true to the character. A little bit off the wall and different for Star Wars novels, but they still felt like them. Hey, there's Rhino. He's listening.
Well, of course it is Rhino.
It's perpetual, buddy. Here's the thing. There's no plan. There's no end in sight. It's play it by ear, right?
Yeah.
Instead of somebody with true leadership skills coming up with the plan and communicating that. And that's the problem I have with it. Yeah.
Here's the goal. Here's the end game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's always this tangled blah.
Yeah. But check out that video, Expanded University. I talk about what L. Neil Smith did in his career. He has a lot of interesting novels. He won a few Prometheus Awards, which is exclusively for libertarian science fiction authors. He has a series of like 6 or 7 books called the the North American Confederacy, something like that, where one word in the Declaration of Independence was changed and it altered the course of history all the way into like interstellar travel. So definitely check that out.
Interesting.
But that's about it. Are you going to be on anyone else's shows or?
No.
Okay.
Nobody else invites me. That's cool.
Well, I thought maybe Blake or someone, even though he has not invited me yet, to anything, and I'm talking about old stuff.
Blake's got to do a better job of like advertising like what he's covering, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what movies is he coming up covering?
I don't know. He's
Gross
Last Action
Gross
Hero
Blank one was
is
awesome.
something Trey did. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, I know a lot of old movies. I just don't know a lot of new movies. That's the thing. So, oh yeah, and it's our pleasure, Keely. Yeah, it was. I had fun doing it for sure.
Yeah,
And
we
then
just gotta figure out what we're gonna do for our next Off the Treks.
yeah, definitely the hottest guys. That's it.
Yeah, no, nope.
No.
James T. Kirk, that's it.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyway, that's about it, guys. So definitely be here tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central, for Indecent Behavior for a great time. Hope I'm out. So no, you do it. You do it. Anyway, we're out of here.
Yeah, there you go.
We're out of here. See you guys next time. Bye.